is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today is going to be my Blu-ray DVD collection for 2020 and Sci-Fi Part 1. So up first we have The Fifth Wave from 2016. Yeah, I enjoyed this film, starring Chloe Grace Moretz. Up next we have The Sixth Day, Special Edition. Yeah, good Arnold Schwarzenegger sci-fi action thriller about cloning from 2000, like that film. Up next we have 12 Monkeys, Special Edition, fantastic Terry Gilliam film, of course, with Bruce Willis, Madeline Stowe, Brad Pitt. Up next we have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea from 1954, Special Edition with Kirk Douglas, James Mason, Peter Lorre. Up next we have 2001 The Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece from 1968, 2-disc special edition, my all-time favorite sci-fi film, starring Keir Dullea and Gary Lockwood. Just a fantastic movie. Alright, up next we have AI, Artificial Intelligence, from 2001, 2-disc special edition, of course, Steven Spielberg. Picking up where Stanley Kubrick left off. I enjoy this film a lot. Great visuals, Haley Joel Osment, Jude Law, Francis O'Connor. Up next we have The Abyss, Special Edition, fantastic film, of course, directed by James Cameron, Ed Harris, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Michael Biehn. Just a fantastic movie. Up next we have The Adjustment Bureau from 2011. Yeah, I enjoyed this film a lot with Matt Damon and Emily Blunt. I thought it was really good. Up next we have Eon Flux from 2005, Special Collector's Edition with Charlize Theron. Not great. I wasn't really a fan of the TV show, the Adult Swim cartoon, whatever. But yeah, it was alright. Alright, up next we have my Alien Quadrilogy box sets. Of course, the first 4 Alien films. Alien from 1979, directed by Ridley Scott, probably my favorite in the franchise. Aliens from 1986, fantastic film. James Cameron's action sci-fi classic. Alien 3 from 1990, directed by David Fincher, not too bad. But not his best film, that's for sure. And no less said about Alien Resurrection. I think that was 97 that came out. Definitely my least favorite of those 4. Alright, up next we have Alien Covenant from 2017. Directed by Ridley Scott, Michael Fassbender, Catherine Waterston. Yeah, it was alright. I liked Prometheus a lot more than this film, to be honest. Up next we have Alien vs. Predator, the unrated edition from 2004. Yeah, these are okay, the Alien AVP films. I've always been a bigger fan of Predator as a character and a creature, more than the aliens. So I dug that aspect of those films. So moving on, up next we have Aliens vs. Predator. Requiem from 2007, unrated digital copy edition. Yeah, like I said, I like the first one better, but I like the Predator franchise overall better than Aliens. Up next we have the Andromeda Strain from 1971, good little film. Up next we have Annihilation from 2018 with Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaacs. Yeah, I like this film a lot. I thought it was really well made. Up next we have Apollo 13, 2-disc anniversary edition from 1995, of course. Ron Howard film with Tom Hanks, Ed Harris, Kevin Bacon, Gary Sinise, Bill Paxton, absolute classic. Up next we have The Arrival from 1996. Yeah, underrated David Twohy film starring Charlie Sheen. Not to be confused with Just Arrival from 2016. Fantastic film by Denis Villeneuve. with Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, and Forrest Whitaker. Of course, the Dune trailer just dropped this week, so looking forward to that, even though I'm not really that familiar with Dune, especially the David Lynch 1984 version. Up next, we have Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, cult camp classic with Allison Hayes, William Hudson, and Yvette Vickers from 1958. Good fun movie, that one. Up next, we have Attack the Block from 2011. Yeah, good British sort of sci-fi comedy with John Boyega from Finn, of course, from Star Wars. Up next, we have Avatar Extended Collector's Edition. I loved Avatar when I initially saw it in the theater. Fantastic film from 2009. Sam Worthington and Sigourney Weaver. We've, of course, been promised sequels, but we haven't seen them yet, so who knows when that will happen. Alright, up next we have Barbarella, Queen of the Galaxy from 1968, starring Jane Fonda, another camp classic if you like. Up next we have Battle of Los Angeles from 2011. Yeah, good film, I liked it a lot. Reminded me a lot of Black Hawk Down, of course featuring aliens. Aaron Eckhart, Michelle Rodriguez were pretty good. Up next we have Battleship from 2012. Not a great film, but still pretty fun with, what's his name? Aaron Johnson? Taylor Kitsch, sorry, I get those two mixed up. Yeah, Taylor Kitsch, Liam Neeson, Brooklyn Decker, Rihanna. I guess it's sort of loosely based on the old sort of board game if you grew up playing Battleship, but whatever. Up next we have Blade Runner, 4-disc collector's edition, absolute classic of course, Ridley Scott film from 1982, one of my all-time favorites, with Harrison Ford, Sean Young, Rutger Hauer, Daryl Hannah. Loved the music, the cinematography, just a fantastic film. Up next we have Blade Runner 2049 from 2017. Again, directed by Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, with Ryan Gosling, Jared Leto, and of course, small cameo by Harrison Ford. Up next, we have Blindness from 2008. Yeah, really good underrated flick with Mark Ruffalo and Julianne Moore. Who else? Danny Glover, Gael Garcia Bernal. Yeah, good film, this. Alright, up next we have The Book of Eli from 2010 with Denzel. Yeah, I enjoyed this film a lot. Gary Oldman was really good. Mila Kunis. Up next we have The Butterfly Effect from 2004. Yeah, I like this film a lot with Ashton Kutcher, Amy Smart. Yeah, good underrated movie, this one. Next we have The Cell from 2000. Of course, Tarsem Singh film. New Line Platinum series. I watched this film for my 24-hour movie marathon this year. Jennifer Lopez, Vince Vaughn, and Vincent D'Onofrio. Just a fantastic looking film. Great movie. Next we have Chappie from 2015. Directed by Neil Blomkamp, Sholto Copley, Dev Patel, Sigourney Weaver, Hugh Jackman. I enjoyed it a lot. I think I like District 9 better, but I still enjoyed Chappie. Up next, we have Children of Men, fantastic film by Alfonso Cuarón from 2006. Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, and Michael Caine. Just a brilliant film. Up next, we have Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange, absolute classic, of course, featuring Malcolm McDowell from 1971. Again, 2-disc special edition. Most of these Kubrick films I got in the sort of Kubrick collection. Up next, we have Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg's classic, of course, from 1977. Richard Dreyfuss, Terry Garr, Melinda Dillon, the collector's edition. Yeah, fantastic film, one of my favorite Kubrick movies. Just a beautiful film. I love Close Encounters. Right, guys, moving on down. Up next, we have Cloud Atlas from 2012 with Tom Hanks and Halle Berry. Some good concepts in this film. Very ambitious. Not sure it quite pulled it off, but still interesting movie. Up next we have Cloverfield from 2008. Fantastic film. One of my few still books that I have. Also got the sort of quasi sequel, if you like, 10 Cloverfield Lane from 2016. Really enjoyed this with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Love her as an actress. John Goodman. I really enjoyed it. Up next we have Contact from 1997. Yeah, really good film with Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey. Robert Zemeckis film. Up next we have Cyborg from 1989. Jean-Claude Van Damme classic. Up next we have Dark City, directed by Alex Proyas. Fantastic film, one of my favorites of 1998. New Line Platinum series with Rufus Sewell, Kiefer Sutherland, Jennifer Connelly, William Hurt. Just a brilliant film. Up next we have The Day the Earth Caught Fire from 1962. Not too bad. Up next we have The Day the Earth Stood Still, the original 1951 classic. I love a lot of 50s sci-fi. This one with Michael Rennie and Patricia Neal, Hugh Morlow. The remake was okay. I didn't love it. Up next we have Deja Vu. I lamented earlier that I thought I didn't have this film, but I do have it. Yeah, from 2006 with Denzel and Val Kilmer, directed by Tony Scott. Has some cool things in it. Up next we have Demolition Man from 1996. Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock. Good fun movie. Up next we have District 9 from 2009, 2-disc edition. Fantastic film, directed by Neil Blomkamp. Sholto Copley, just fantastic. Love District 9. Up next we have the Divergent trilogy, the first one from 2014. Yeah, the first one's okay. I like Shailene Woodley, Kate Winslet, of course, Theo James. You've got other good young actors like Miles Teller in there. And up next we have the Divergent series Insurgent from 2015 and the Divergent series Allegiant from 2016. Alright, up next we have Donnie Darko from 2001, the director's cut. Fantastic film, of course, with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jenna Malone, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Drew Barrymore, the late great Patrick Swayze. Just a fantastic film. Up next we have Doomsday, yeah, Neil Marshall film from 2008, unrated edition. Yeah, really good fun. Up next we have Downsizing from 2017. Yeah, one of my favorite movies of that year with Matt Damon, Kristen Wiig, Christoph Waltz. I liked it a lot. Up next we have Dredd, fantastic remake of Judge Dredd, of course, with Carl Urban. Really loved it. Yeah, great action, good music. Lena Headey, fantastic. Yeah, really enjoyed the remake. Up next we have Earth versus the Flying Saucers from 1956. Again, special effects by Ray Harryhausen, so you know how much I like those. Up next we have Edge of Tomorrow. I'm still confused about the title now that I think about this, because I've seen it known as Live, Die, Repeat, but I thought that was just sort of the slogan for the film. Either way, this is a fantastic movie. I absolutely love this film. Tom Hanks and Emily Blunt from 2014, I believe. Just great action, fantastic movie. Love that film. Up next we have Elysium from 2013, another Neil Blomkamp film. Not as good as his others like District 9 and Chappie, I would say. But this one with Matt Damon and Jodie Foster, pretty interesting. Still pretty enjoyable. Up next we have Equilibrium from 2002. Yeah, with Christian Bale and Emily Watson, Taye Diggs, sort of gun fu before John Wick came along. Yeah, I really like the action style in this movie, especially. Right, guys, moving on. Up next, we have Escape from New York, special edition DVD collector's set. Fantastic John Carpenter film, of course, from 1981. Kurt Russell, Ernest Borgnine, Donald Pleasance, absolute classic. Get it back in there. Up next, we have Event Horizon from 1997. Yeah, really good film with Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill. I like probably the first 3/4 of this film a lot. The ending, not that much. Up next, we have Ex Machina from 2015. Fantastic movie with Domhnall Gleeson, Alicia Vikander, and Oscar Isaac. Always seem to add an S to his name for some reason. Yeah, it's just one. Only singular Oscar Isaac. Alright, up next we have The Faculty from 1998. Yeah, good fun teen sci-fi horror. Josh Hartnett, Jordana Brewster, Claire Duvall, Elijah Wood. Remember Famke Janssen and Jon Stewart as the teachers in this film. Yeah, there's Jon Stewart right there. Good fun movie. Up next, we have Fahrenheit 451 from 1966. Yeah, film directed by Francois Truffaut. Up next, we have The Fifth Element from 1997. One of my all-time favorites. I absolutely love this film. Yeah, Bruce Willis and Mila Jovovich, Gary Oldman, Chris Tucker, Ian Holm. Fantastic visuals. One of Luc Besson's best films, easily. Up next, we have First Man from 2018. Yeah, directed by Damien Chazelle, teaming up with Ryan Gosling again, about Neil Armstrong, first man on the moon. Good film, good solid movie. Up next, we have Flash Gordon from 1980. Of course, I watched this during my 24-hour movie marathon. Sam Jones, Max von Sydow, fantastic. Ornella Muti, Timothy Dalton, just a glorious, fun movie. Up next, we have Forbidden Planet, 50th anniversary 2-disc special edition. Fantastic film from 1956 with Leslie Nielsen, Walter Pidgeon, and Anne Francis. Up next, we have Frequency, New Line Platinum series. Yeah, good, solid film from 2000 with Dennis Quaid and Jim Caviezel. Up next, we have Galaxy Quest from 1999. Hilarious, fun movie, deluxe edition. Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman, Sam Rockwell. Just a fantastic, fun movie. Up next, we have Gattaca, special edition from 1997. Yeah, really good film about cloning with Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, Jude Law. Up next, we have Ghost in the Shell on Blu-ray from 2017 with Scarlett Johansson. You can lump this in with films like Eon Flux and Ultraviolet. Just hot actresses in skin-tight outfits kicking ass in a futuristic society. And Ghost in the Shell is just like those other movies. Up next, we have Godzilla. Monster Edition. This is, of course, from the 1998 Roland Emmerich blockbuster bust, if you like. This film got a lot of flack, but I think it has some sort of charm. Matthew Broderick and Jean Reno. I don't hate it. Up next, we have the new Godzilla from 2014, directed by I believe Gareth Edwards. Yeah, I liked it a lot. With who was in this? Ken Watanabe. Who else? I'm like completely blanking on the cast. I remember he was in it, but I forgot who else was in that. And of course, I got the original Gojira, the original Japanese masterpiece from 1954. Really nice sort of what do you call these again? I forget. Not a steelbook, just a sort of whatever. Also have this on Criterion Collection, absolute classic, of course. Up next we have Gravity from 2013. Yeah, great film by Alfonso Cuarón. Fantastic visuals. Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. Fantastic. Up next we have Hackers from 1995 with Angelina Jolie and Johnny Lee Miller. Cyberpunk 90s classic right there. Up next we have Her from 2013 with Joaquin Phoenix, one of my favorite films of that year. Beautiful movie. Amy Adams, Rooney Mara, Olivia Wilde, and the voice of Scarlett Johansson. Absolutely loved that film. Up next we have Hollow Man from 2000. Yeah, before The Invisible Man that came out this year. This was the most modern sort of Invisible Man film we've had. Director's cut, Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth Shue. It's got some good parts. I like Hollow Man. And last but not least, for this part one, we'll end with The Hunger Games, 3-disc deluxe edition, of course, in 2012. Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Donald Sutherland, fantastic, Stanley Tucci, Elizabeth Banks, Woody Harrelson. I really like the first Hunger Games quite a bit. So that is part one of Sci-Fi. Up next will be part two, of course. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bom.